Reaction from the attorney Remy Spencer, who joins us now. And we always, Remy, try to assign a message to a sentence from, a jury or judge. And in this case, is there one? I mean, you could look at it and say a lot of people are predicting no jail time at all. At the same time, it's hard to get less than 14 days on a crime like this. So what do you take away from it?
I think you're right. Look, the government has invested millions of dollars in this case. It's garnered incredible press coverage and publicity. I think that the judge's decision, as it was reported here on your network, was really well-reasoned and thought out. The judge went through the aggravating and mitigating factors. I don't think that there's likely going to be an appeal from either side about this sentence, and that if the judge did not give her 14 days or any time in prison, it might appear that she was getting off scot-free, even though that wouldn't have been the case.
Right. I wonder if what it means for the others. I mean, some of them could get more jail time, right? Because as the judge pointed out, her bribe, I guess, was the lowest of them, right? So they could get more severe sentences for some of the others, or you're
absolutely right. Yeah. She's the least culpable in this group of defendants. She's the least offensive. Her crime is the smallest amount of money. What she did was pay $15,000 to have her kid's SAT score changed, which is morally, ethically, and legally wrong. But there are others who paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, not just Lori Loughlin and her husband, but there are several other defendants whose acts are far worse and cost far more money.
The Lori Loughlin case is interesting because she's fighting it, right?
That's right.
So what do you, after seeing this and you're Lori Loughlin, do you think that was the right call, or you change strategies, or what do you think?
Well, if I was Lori Loughlin's attorney, I'm not sure I would have encouraged her to reject the plea early on, regardless of this sentence. She's not situated in the same way that Felicity Huffman was. I don't think she's handled this well from a PR standpoint or from a defense standpoint. She has plenty of reasons to be concerned, because if she's convicted at the end of a trial, she will serve prison time. That's undisputed. But it will probably be over a year, could be 2 years, it could be much more than that. But realistically, she'll be spending years in prison.
All right, as a final kind of bigger picture point in all of this, we've been covering this now for months and talking about the scandal, as it were. Now that you've seen as much as you've seen, would you have any advice, not only for parents that are dealing with the college process, but for the universities themselves, who are no doubt in a new kind of environment where they want to make sure, right, that everything, even if it's legal, that it looks right? Do you have any advice for the schools that are operating in this, I guess, new environment, you would think, because of this story?
It certainly should be a new environment. This case should be a wake-up call to colleges and universities across this country. It's shining a spotlight on the corruption, and in many cases, if you have enough money, you can buy your way in for your kid legally. So where do we draw the line? If you've got $1 billion to donate to a college and your child is let in, are they being treated any differently than the student who can't afford it? So
you think it really will have an effect?
It will. I think it will have an effect. Things will be more transparent. And I think you'll see more schools like Harvard is doing, refusing money from donors in the context of their children going to school. So,
right, when they get into high school, right?
That's right. That's exactly right.
And a lot of other schools, as far as I know, don't do that, I don't think. But you're saying more will.
I think more will.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's hard for these schools to turn down money. It's hard for any business to turn down money.
That's right.
But when you look at what they're doing and how they're admitting their students, how can you be transparent? How can you say you're honest if the billionaire's child is getting in, but not the average parent's child is getting in? So where you draw that line is the question mark that this case really shines a spotlight on.
All right, 14 days for Felicity Huffman. Remy Spencer, good to see you. Thanks for coming in.